What would it be, Ryan the Green? And today, I have never said my intro twice in one day, but today we're doing it because the Philadelphia Eagles received a win over the Commanders, over Carson Wentz in Washington. Eagles Nation was there and they took over. We're going to talk about the Eagles. We're going to talk about the Commanders. I'm going to, not really dig deep because there's really no deep analysis I can give because everybody knows that the Eagles played spectacular, but we'll go into it. So, we're going to do all that, but before we get right into that, guys, make sure you subscribe and post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Liam the Great Vlogs. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. All right, let's get right into it. So, the Eagles, we're going to start off with the Eagles, obviously. Jalen Hurts puts on another show, completing 62% of his passes, throwing for 340 yards, and 3 touchdown passes. Once again, he was able to extend plays. He didn't really have to escape the pocket enough because the Eagles gave him enough time in the pocket to, extend the play, and he was able to show his ability to be a pure pocket quarterback. And now, through the first 3 games, he looks like a top 5 quarterback. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind about that. The run game, nothing special. Really didn't look like the number 2 running attack in the NFL right now. Because Sanders had 15 carries for a total of 48 yards. So the running game was not really the highlight of the team either way. But Hurts did do the right thing when he did run. Just like I said, he avoided a lot of hits. He was able to slide and get out of bounds because, as I said before the game, this is a division rival. They're going to try and they're going to try and hit you and take you out of the game. Devontae Smith. I can't say enough about this brother. He is amazing. He ran his routes like a beast and made some amazing catches on that second touchdown that he received, or I think he received on the one touchdown that he did receive. He really went up to get the ball, and on that, I think it was like 40-something yards reception to the 1-yard line. He I can't say enough about Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith is just incredible. There's really no analysis to do, but I will say this. He is one of the best comeback route runners I've ever seen in my life. Now, that really didn't make sense, but the comeback route, you guys know how it is. He runs that beautifully. So it's hard to explain. So you guys are going to have to listen. So, kind of what he does is when he runs the comeback route, he does this like footwork where he plants his foot down. You guys can't see what I'm doing here. Where he plants his foot, and it looks like he's going to run a post route or a dig route, so the cornerback automatically moves back, thinking he's going to go deep, but then he comes back, and then he's wide open. He ran his crossing routes beautifully, where he outran every single cornerback, absolutely beautiful, made tough catches, just not enough you could say about Devontae Smith. And Brown proved he can be a number 2 target when Devontae Smith is having a better game. He had 5 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. He is undoubtedly the best third down receiver in the NFL. He makes a play when you need him to make a play. When he lines up as the X receiver, he is unguardable in a one-on-one. He can just out catch everybody. He can jump over you. He is the best third down receiver. He makes explosive plays. I would have liked it if they got Goddard involved a little more. He only had 3 catches for 26 yards and that touchdown on that screen pass. But what are you going to do? Actually, no, he did get hurt, so he had a shin injury, so maybe that's why he wasn't involved as much. I don't know, but before I felt like they could have got him involved a little bit more, especially on third downs when they were struggling. They could have given him the ball because he's the tight end and he's a lot bigger than everybody else. I don't know. Anyway, Watkins was not the X factor that I thought he was going to be, but he did draw those pass interference calls. I know he had a few targets and didn't catch anything, but it was because of those pass interference calls. It's all right. What are you going to do? It is what it is. Smith really came up and really made his fantasy drafters very happy. Defense executed the game plan that I thought they were going to run very beautifully. They more focused on covering the receivers and took advantage of the Commanders' weak offensive line, which had 9 sacks. Oh, man. If there was ever a time that I wanted the Eagles to have 9 sacks, it was against Carson Wentz. Also, 1 forced fumble and another strip sack, which the Commanders recovered. Absolutely beautiful. Not much I could... there's like just beautiful. Brandon Graham, 2.5 sacks. Just unbelievable performance from him. Fletcher Cox finally showing why he can be on the Eagles. He outpowered everybody on that offensive line. Jordan Davis, I think he looked a little better. Not much that has impressed me. I understand that he is a rookie, but against the run defense, he hasn't done much. He was one of the only ones that did not inflict a lot of pressure on Carson Wentz, so I need to see a lot more from him, especially if he's hyped up as one of the Eagles' best defensive linemen with all the talent they have there. Once again, the defensive line, they punished Carson Wentz, making sure he could not get rid of the ball, especially having 4 sacks in the fourth quarter, so they really punished him early and beat him up to make sure he was beat up for the second half, so he couldn't get the ball to his receivers. Secondary was absolutely spectacular, shutting down everybody, and on the first 9 drives, Washington had negative 9 yards, so that just proves that everybody played really well. And Slay absolutely shut down Terry McLaurin. In the first 3 quarters, he only allowed 2 receptions for 50 yards, proving that he could still be a top cornerback in the NFL. Any route that McLaurin ran, it was completely shut down by Slay. Just absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful by the secondary. And overall, with the losses from Kansas City and Buffalo, the Eagles are, after week 3, could be a top 2 team in the NFL right now. Can I say it? I think I can say it. I know I put my list out. You guys got to see if I put them number 2. I don't think I'm going to put them number 1 because I don't think they're there yet. I don't think they're the best team in the NFL currently. But they could be top 2 or top 3. You never know. We'll see that. Washington, not too much. I don't really like to say much about the opposing team. Carson Wentz, absolutely embarrassed. Reality hit him so hard so many times. And now it physically hit him with 9 sacks. Carson Wentz, you bum. You loser. Oh. How is it over there in Washington? I saw it was raining. Have fun in the rain. Anyway, he got absolutely embarrassed. He got outplayed by his replacement in Philadelphia in the first half. I don't even think he completed 50% of his passes. In the second half, he played a little better because the Eagles let up. They didn't really try in the fourth quarter at all. I know he completed I think it was, I don't even know. I know it was above 60%, just a little bit, or maybe it was 70%. I don't know, but the Eagles weren't trying in the second half too much, and Carson Wentz just, he just didn't play well at all. But though it really wasn't all his fault, the offensive line gave him no protection whatsoever, giving up 9 sacks. The receivers did not help too much. As I said, McLaurin only had 2 receptions until the fourth quarter rolled around. And Jonathan Dotson, he could not get open, and he was dropping passes. Samuel did not do much himself. So just overall, the top 3 targets were completely shut down by the Eagles, and Carson Wentz could not find anybody open. And the only times the receivers really did something was 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter when the Eagles weren't trying at all. The defense did start strong. They stopped the Eagles on their first 2 possessions, I'm pretty sure it was, but eventually they just couldn't handle Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown. And the Eagles took advantage of the weak secondary, and Washington just couldn't keep up. So yeah, that's really it. But the Eagles 3-0. I'm not sure if they're one. I'm not sure if they're the only 3-0 team other than the Dolphins. I'm pretty sure they are the only 3-0 team other than the Dolphins. Actually, you know what? Let's quickly check. If they are the only 3-0 team other than the Dolphins, I am ecstatic because this is a beautiful football team. Okay, no. If Tampa Bay beats Green Bay today, we'll see if they're 2-0. And if the Cowboys beat the Giants, or if the Giants beat the Cowboys, they'll also be 3-0. But other than that, the Eagles are better than the Giants, and we all know it. The Giants have just not gone up against good competition. I mean, they faced the Panthers, where Baker Mayfield couldn't complete 50% of his passes, and the Titans, well, they don't look like the same old Titans. So we'll just have to see. Anyway, this isn't about any team other than the Eagles and the Commanders. So at the end of the day, Carson Wentz fell on his face. again, and Jalen Hurts buried him into the ground and stood over him. We the ones, baby, as the bloodline would say. Yes, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe with post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Ryan the Great Vlogs. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.